FBI Deputy Assistant Director Peter Strzok prepares to testify before House on Thursday. Reuters. Joshua Roberts, FBI agent Peter Strzok had his moment on an extremely hot seat Thursday morning in a contentious hearing that quickly devolved into angry yelling, interjections and parliamentary maneuvering. Appearing before a joint session of the House Oversight and Judiciary committees, Strzok sought to explain his anti-Trump text messages at a time when he was the lead agent on the FBI's then-nascent Russia investigation in 2016. He was removed from the investigation in 2017 after those text messages with fellow FBI employee Lisa Page, with whom he was having an affair, were discovered. Republicans including President Trump have seized upon Strzok's texts, which included allusions to stopping Trump, as evidence of a biased and even corrupt law enforcement investigation. Here are the key moments from the hearing so far. The subpoena feud. It didn't take long for the hearing to explode. After the opening statements, House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy, R-S.C, lodged his first question: how many people did Strzok interview during the first 8 days of the FBI's Russia investigation, between July 31 and August 8, 2016? Strzok, as he previewed in his opening statement, said he had been advised by the FBI's lawyers that he was not to address specifics of what is still an ongoing investigation. The investigation was handed over to special counsel Robert Mueller in mid-2017. Republicans quickly objected and threatened to hold Strzok in contempt. Democrats noted that it was unusual that Strzok be asked to disclose such details in a public setting. Strzok said he didn't have to answer the question because, despite being subpoenaed by the committee, he had previously said he would speak voluntarily. "Mr. Chairman, I do not believe I am here under subpoena," Strzok said. "I believe I am here voluntarily. Based on that, I will not answer that question." Democrats argued that a witness such as Strzok would not be expected to publicly disclose sensitive information like a blueprint for a hydrogen bomb. Another move to adjourn the hearing less than an hour after it began. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Robert Goodlatte, R. Virginia, finally said that Strzok would be recalled to the committee after the day's hearing so that it could determine whether to hold him in contempt. But the tone was set. Strzok's angry retort: "It is deeply destructive." After more than 20 minutes of maneuvering and posturing following the subpoena discussion, Gowdy ended his interrogation of Strzok and Strzok was given the floor to respond. In a minutes-long retort, he called Gowdy's and his Republican allies' allegations of bias and improper actions deeply destructive. He said that his text messages critical of Trump shortly after the investigation began were in response to Trump's behavior on the campaign trail and not a reflection of his investigative intent. He pointed in particular to Trump's attacks on the Cons, a Gold Star family that spoke at the Democratic National Convention around that time. "My presumption was based on that horrible, disgusting behavior that the American population would not elect somebody demonstrating that behavior to be President of the United States," he said. "It was in no way, unequivocally, any suggestion that me, the FBI, would take any action whatsoever to improperly impact the electoral process for any candidate. So I take great offense." Strzok concluded the accusation against him, and the line of questioning deeply corrodes what the FBI is in American society, the effectiveness of their mission, and it is deeply destructive. Some in the room applauded. The visual aids during his opening statement, House Oversight Committee Ranking Member Elijah E. Cummings, D. Maryland, asserted that Republicans were trying to shut down a fruitful investigation. He noted the guilty pleas Robert S. Mueller III had obtained already, and he brought visual aids to drive home the point. Someone on the committee objected at one point, but the visual aids were allowed to stay. We will update this post as needed throughout the hearing.